So you want the first gen PS5 or the new Xbox? Well, heed my word. So what you all see here is the first gen console. Now I know this PS4 is the second gen, but we'll get to that. But for right now, I want to talk about first gen console and problems. Well, let me first talk about the first gen original Xbox. Now, I bought the first gen Halo version. It's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass for me to get it out of in the cabinet. So I'm using this Mountain Dew Special Edition as an example. But this first gen Xbox, I've had zero problems with. Doesn't need an update. You just pop in a game. You can do whatever you want to this thing and it still works. This is a workhorse. I've never had any problems with this. But after this, well, that's a different story. After the original Xbox, I started buying the Sonys. This is the PlayStation 3. I bought the 60 gig because it was a backward compatible, and I had to stand in line to get the first gen. Well, this damn thing gave me the yellow light of death, and thank God I was able to take it in somewhere and they were able to fix it. Ever since then, I haven't had any problems, but yet the first gen, I got the yellow light of death, big pain in the ass. Now let's move to the PlayStation 4. I got the first gen, I was in line to get it right away. I had to have it. And well, what happened in my other video? I got the blue light of death, couldn't fix it, couldn't do anything with it. I basically threw it away. Well, I sold it for like 40 bucks for parts. But anyway, that's another story for another day. So I had to buy a second gen PS5. So once again, the first gen of the Sony was not good for me. I'm not a Sony fanboy. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I just like gaming consoles. But anyway, those were the Sony light of deaths. PS5, what are they going to have? A purple light of death? I mean, really? Okay. Next, we have the Xbox One. Now, this is a first gen. This is the Sunset Overdrive edition. And, well, what kind of problem do I have? The controller Wi-Fi part does not connect. It connects for like 5-6 minutes. And if you got the controller and you move it in a different direction, you totally lose connection with the controller. So that's a big pain in the ass. And of course, my other video, I had to get another wired Wi-Fi card, which didn't even work. So anyway, this, another first gen Xbox. Now the Xbox 360 also had a light of death. I never had the 360, so I can't really comment about it. But the first gen Xbox 360 had a light of death. This one doesn't have a light of death, but yet this has a problem, and it's the first gen. Nintendo Switch. Now, is this a first gen? I don't know. They haven't changed it. I mean, they do have that other Nintendo Switch versions where you can't take out the Joy-Cons, but I bought this like a year after it came out because they were like nowhere to be found. They were just like, everybody was buying them off the shelves. So a year later, something like that, 8 months to a year, whatever it was, I bought it. I've had zero problems with it. Once again, is it a first gen? 1 year later, you know, I haven't really heard that many problems with these things. I know that, you know, some connection, there's a problem, and you know, whatever the situation is, but the Nintendo I haven't had any problems with. So I put it in here because it is a first gen, but I don't know, it's a little iffy. All right, that's my first gen problems. So you want to get the first gen PS5 or the new Xbox? Well, heed my words. Now I want to get the first gen like everybody else with the PS5 or the new Xbox, but I am so worried about the next light of death. I mean, I have had problems with most of these, and I don't want the same thing with the PS5. Let me tell you this. So for me, I would love to just get the PS5. I'm not a Sony fanboy, but I love them damn hot shots. I cannot get enough of the hot shots. But anyway, I am going to have to wait for the Gen 2 or a year later to get all the bugs out of the system. That is my warning to you all. I've seen it, I've had it, and I don't want it. So, thanks for watching, subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.